part of that show was kind of weird. Like, I think the first, like, when you listen to the episode, it's just, what did you watch? That's the first sentence. It's not really that good, but what can I do? So I'm just gonna go live now.
Yeah.
To have some stuff I can cut.
I'm already live. So.
All right. 1 sec. Directors of the 90s. Is it 21 or 22?
22, homie.
Ooh.
22. Oh shit, Bad Boys for Life available. That was quick.
But who gives a shit, honestly?
Let's see what else is on here. It's all this shit that's getting streaming is getting leaked quick.
Yeah, one of my friends just sent me that the movie Emma is available now.
Yep.
For $18. That's a good deal.
It's been available for like a week and a half over here, over in the good place.
Right. Dude, honestly, like who pays for movies online when they can just like use their Netflix subscription and stuff?
Right.
It's kind of silly. Like nobody's that hyped for stuff like The Invisible Man or something,
I mean, I know a couple people that bought Invisible Man as soon as it.
Oh, really?
As soon as it hit on that little AMC thing that they're doing out here. And they're offering it on Amazon as well. Amazon launched their own at the movies streaming thing.
Yeah, I'm curious how long that's gonna go.
Forever. Movie theaters are over now.
That would be sad though.
I'm just waiting for the people from The Handmaid's Tale to show up at the door and take my woman. I'm waiting.
Right.
It's gonna happen.
Okay. Do we want to go live?
I'm already live.
Oh, like unmuted?
Unmuted, unfiltered.
Oh, okay.
I'm the raw feed,
right. Then I should start. Yeah, welcome to another episode of Stairway to Cinema, episode 22.
Are you gonna include the date? Be like everybody else. Friday.
Oh yeah, Friday the 27th.
27th of March during the epidemic.
Right, week 2 of the epidemic. Yeah, this podcast is available anywhere where you get your podcasts, except for iTunes, sadly.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we'll get there probably. Anyway, I don't think there's any news really.
Not in terms of movies, no.
Yeah, it's a little bit dry.
Wonder Woman was rumored to come to streaming. Warner Brothers shut that down real quick. They just pushed out the date. So that's
that would be weird. The movie's way too big to release it online, I believe.
I could see Marvel though just saying fuck it and putting their shit on Disney Plus. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean they need something to draw the people to
Disney Plus, also depends on how long this lasts. You know what I mean? If we're like 6 months from now still doing this, then they're gonna want to make money somehow.
Yeah. Speaking of Disney Plus, it launched in Germany, so I watched quite some stuff on there. But first, what did you watch? Did you watch anything?
Watched 2 movies. I rewatched the fine film Warrior, with Tom Hardy and Joel Edgerton. Uh-huh. It is a good movie. Rewatching, and I have to admit, like, Tom Hardy's character is frustrating. He's really frustrating in that movie.
In what way?
Hard to root for, I guess,
Yeah, that is true.
He's just so fucking brooding and fucking pissy, like, throughout the whole movie. And I get why he is, but I don't think they gave enough, if there's any nitpicking, because the movie's great. Nick Nolte is fantastic in that movie.
Yes.
And so is Edgerton, because Edgerton, I feel like, he shows up really... he's underrated, but I think he does pick some bad movies, too.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, we already talked about Gods and Kings, so we know that was a bad stain on his career there. But I thought he was the best part, as well as Nick Nolte. I thought, Hardy just, I don't know, is a frustrating character for me. But
I can see that. I need to see that again, that movie.
It's a good movie, man. It's like, it just pumps you up, man.
It wasn't my list.
It pumps you up. And the MMA in the movie is like, there's some parts that are, I feel like, slightly exaggerated, but not. It's pretty good. The choreography is pretty fucking good. And then I watched The Invisible Man. I watched The Invisible
Right.
Man. Yeah, and
What'd you think?
I did not rent it or anything.
I know.
I was actually impressed by The Invisible Man just because anytime I see one of these horror movies, it's just, I'm going into it expecting shit, almost every single time with a horror movie.
Invisible Man is not bad. Not at all.
Not bad at all. I was actually impressed with the tension. They did the intensity very well. And Elizabeth Moss, ever since I first saw her in Mad Men, and then, of course, The Handmaid's Tale, one of my favorites. And she was perfect for that, crazy. I mean, she just plays that very well, that intensity. But
That's all you saw?
That's it, man. That's it. A little bit of Survivor, and I played, it's like I'm like 38 hours of Rust this week. So I mean,
I saw that.
Yeah. 11 hours, and then 12 hours and 20-minute stream, and then another 4 hours yesterday.
Not bad.
Hell yeah.
Do you remember my top 200 list? Because I made a mistake.
What's the mistake?
I totally forgot Legends of the Fall. Should have been. I messed up. I just found out the other day, and also a movie called Kon-Tiki should have been there.
Kon-Tiki.
But anyway, yeah. So Disney Plus launched, and because of that, I started watching The Mandalorian. Of course, I watched 3 episodes. They release it weekly. The bastards. That's kind of sucky. It's already out in the US.
Yeah, that's kind of funny, actually.
But I mean, then I have something to look forward to every week, so that's fine.
At least it's there finally.
Yeah, right, and it's really good. It didn't blow me away yet, but it's pretty good. I mean, it's everything I like.
It's a solid streaming service for a launch compared to the other streaming services.
They don't have that much content though. Like if I already saw all the Marvel movies and Star Wars and shit, so for me there's not much on there except for like Disney classics, but I don't care for those. But for me the big draw is that I can finally watch all seasons of The Simpsons, and I started doing that. I started with watching season 5.
You didn't go one? You didn't want to go season?
No, I don't
one?
I don't like the first 3 seasons. They're kind of whack.
Yeah,
and maybe even a little bit too serious. Like, I feel like the comedy in the from season 5 to 10 is real good, or even 12.
Solid.
And then after season 15, it's just it's whatever.
I think I dropped out. I think I dropped out hardcore around like 9 or 10 when I was because
I think 12 was actually still pretty great, but after that, it's kind of whatever.
Yeah, but maybe you'll continue on. Maybe you'll.
Yeah, right. Season 5 is probably my favorite. There's that episode where Homer is in that barbershop band. That's one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah, okay.
And when he's in space and stuff, when Bart gets the elephant, there's just great stuff. So
I always liked, one of my favorite things about The Simpsons was the what's the Sideshow? Is it Sideshow Bob? Sideshow Bob?
You mean the guy who wants to kill Bart?
Yes. Yeah. I liked that long storyline they did with
there's a Cape Fear episode with him.
That's the one. I love it. I love that episode.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But besides those, okay, I watched some movies. Let's start with, dude, you'll love the selection of movies I watched. I watched quite some interesting stuff.
Okay.
But let's start with something that nobody gives a shit about. Let's start with Spencer Confidential. It's a Netflix movie with Mark Wahlberg and Winston Duke and Alan Arkin. That movie is like the definition of whatever.
Who directed? It's Peter Berg, right? Peter Berg.
Yeah, and I think Peter Berg gets worse and worse with each movie.
He's really good or really kind of bad.
I do like Lone Survivor and I do like Deepwater Horizon, but stuff like Mile 22 and now Spencer Confidential. Nobody what the fuck.
I didn't see Mile 22.
So generic.
Yeah, I didn't see Mile 22. I heard it was pretty bad. I heard decent things about Patriots Day though, and I haven't seen. Yeah,
that's one of the good ones.
Like the Mark Wahlberg fucking Peter Berg saga that he has.
Yeah, they made like 6 movies together. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Spencer Confidential is just you don't need to see that. I immediately forgot about it. So
nothing funny, nothing.
No, nothing. Like there's nothing in it worth watching.
Okay.
Yeah. So now I watched Weird Science.
There we go.
Yeah, right.
There we go.
And dude, that movie is like, so two nerds try to build the perfect woman.
Yes.
That's like, and they pull it off.
They do pull it off.
It's so stupid it can only be from the 80s, and it's glorious. I mean, the movie is so wacky. I enjoyed it, but it's pretty bad.
And it's still funny. Like there's still bits in there that are funny.
Yeah, but it's like, what the fuck? I had no idea what I just watched. You know, it's
got to see young Robert Downey Jr. playing the one of the bullies.
Yeah, and you were right. Bill Paxton was pretty good.
Oh, I love Bill Paxton. Now make yourself one, dickweed. I love that character, man. Chet. Chet's an asshole.
That's why he's named Chet. Then, because I have Disney Plus, I finally watched the original Aladdin, and I did not like it.
Are we enjoying The Mandalorian?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just making sure.
Yeah, but Aladdin was nothing for me. Actually, it's funny. I hate the whole remake bullshit, but I prefer the remake by Guy Ritchie.
Well, you saw it first.
Yeah, that's probably why, but also because it's real people. I can't connect to cartoons that well.
What about Robin Williams' performance as the genie?
That's good.
It is good.
It's not. Yeah.
Do you subscribe to the theory that Aladdin is set in a post-apocalyptic world because the genie is making pulp culture references to Aladdin?
I mean, no.
There's a whole theory out there about that. I think
of course there is. There's always theories.
You know, I love weird film theories, and that's just like, it's really out there, that one.
So yeah, I didn't like Aladdin that much, but it was better than Mulan.
I do like the Arabian Nights song. I've always liked.
Yeah, of course, their songs are catchy, but still, I don't want to hear them singing all the time. It's annoying me.
Yeah. It's one other thing to say. It's still that good Disney animation too. You know, it's not.
Yeah, it's not
the
horrible.
bad. No, it's not the bad.
It's not for me.
Yeah. But don't you think that's weird? Like you do Lion King, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, and then they take a step back with Hercules. It's just strange.
Yeah.
Really strange.
Anyway, then I watched Charlie Wilson's War. We just talked about that last week.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was okay. It was like, it's one of those, maybe I'm just not in the mood for, like, not the right person for that kind of film, but it was good. Like, it was a good watch, but nothing I would rewatch anytime.
It's like my cousin's favorite movie ever. Charlie Wilson's War. He loves that shit.
I mean,
he loves it. I think it's one of Tom Hanks' best movies, honestly.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because it's a different role. He's not the best.
Oh, yeah, that was refreshing, actually.
Not the best guy, you know.
And Philip Seymour Hoffman was as great as ever. So.
He's great on that role.
He was Oscar nominated, so that's telling you. Then I watched on Disney Plus Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
There we go. Okay.
It was good, but maybe I'm just... It's a little dated, though.
Probably dated, yeah.
It still holds up, kind of, but yeah. Also, wouldn't watch it again, but it was good, you know.
One of the best movies ever made.
Yeah, right. When you grew up with it, it's probably fantastic. But for me, you know, it's just fine, you know. I like Christopher Lloyd. It was fine.
Yeah.
Then yesterday I watched Okja.
Okay.
And two of my friends really loved that movie, and I was just I liked it.
You actually agree with me here. You actually agree with me on this one.
I mean, I don't know what you're saying. Like, you didn't like it that much, right?
I thought it was fucking terrible. I'll just say
I wouldn't agree on that. I think it was good, but not fantastic.
I think you're just smoking the Bong Joon-ho Hong Bong pipe here. You know
what?
I think it's just that movie was such a letdown for me.
I mean, I was let down too, but not like I still liked it. There's good stuff in it. I like Jake Gyllenhaal's performance. He was pretty funny.
I think that's his worst movie he's ever done right there. I hated his character so much. I didn't like Tilda Swinton. I didn't like the story.
I like the environmentalists, Paul Dano and Steven Yeun.
Paul Dano. I'll give Paul Dano a little credit. I'm not really a big fan of Steven Yeun, but
no, I think he's great. Anyway, I think like my problem with that movie is I never really took the pig for real. Like I didn't accept it as a character. I don't know. It just, I mean, it didn't look like horribly animated, but for me, it was just not a real thing.
Yeah,
So
like you
I
didn't
had
give
a
a
hard time
shit.
connecting. Yeah,
You
right.
didn't give a
I
shit
didn't
about
give a
this
shit.
this hippo pig. You know, I mean, you didn't care about Oakjaw at all.
Not
You know?
really, as harsh as it sounds, but no,
No, you're like, that looks like tasty. I'd probably eat it too.
no, not really. But anyway,
I was on Tilda Swinton's side, 100%. 100%. I'm on her side. You know.
Yeah.
You create an animal that would sustain so many people with food, and it's like, and then environmentally sound. She was the good guy, you know.
In a way, maybe, but yeah, there's contra to that.
It's a hippie movie. I don't like it. It's a hippie movie.
Okay. All right, then. What next? I watched a Netflix movie called The Platform. Spanish movie.
I was curious about this.
That's big in the hype right now, I believe.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a nice little movie. Do you know what it's about?
Yeah, it's about the prison with people and all the shit falling from the top.
Yeah, like a vertical prison, and there's a platform carrying food from top to bottom, and like the people at the bottom don't get that much food, of course. Right. Then there's like cannibalism and murder and stuff. It's pretty interesting. Like the beginning, the first 30 minutes are really good and intense. And then it kind of falls off. I don't know. It's just it's not a bad watch though, because it's very short, very violent. I like that.
I like that.
So I can recommend you checking it out. It's nothing like too amazing, but it's pretty good.
Could have been amazing though. It's one of those.
Yeah, the idea is great actually.
Right. That's kind of the feeling I had. I just knew like the preview looks really good, and you're just like, I wonder if they pull it off.
I mean, they kind of do. It's not that the ending is horrible, but it gets worse throughout the movie. The beginning is the strongest part, when you don't know what's going on and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then I watched The Notebook finally.
Oh, here we go.
Kind of surprised. I'm a big Gosling fan and never watched that, and I'm not a big I'm not a huge fan of love movies, but that one was pretty good.
It's a different type. Like, I mean, because it was such a big deal. Like, oh, the date movie or whatever. But it's a heartbreaking fucking movie. So.
Oh yeah, it's really sad actually.
It's extremely sad. Yeah.
And I liked it. I liked it a lot.
The part that rips my fucking heart out when I saw it was just like when you realize, you know, the Alzheimer's, you know, is present.
Yeah, dementia.
Like, yeah, when James Gardner wakes up and she's like there for him, and then she just like starts pushing him away. It's like that shit. That's one of the most terrifying things in life to me, is like having a loved one that just doesn't remember you. It's scary right there.
Also for the children and stuff. It's
And and Gosling, I thought it was great in it.
He's always great. Come on. Mm-hmm. But it's an early role though.
Yeah.
That was the time when he was doing more romance movies.
Yeah, but it was different than you expected, huh? Like
totally.
Yeah.
It's corny, but in such a movie, I'm totally in for that.
Good drama, basically. I would call it more of a drama than a love movie for sure.
Oh yeah, right. Okay, what was left?
So you watched that alone, The Notebook, all by yourself?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
So I had a Jon Favreau double feature.
Directing or movies or like starring?
So the first one was Chef.
Oh yeah, I've heard of. I've never watched it, but I know about.
Oh really? Dude, that's like the feel good movie. It's heartwarming.
Well, and he also has like
food porn in the movie,
and then he also has like this chef show, right? That's like this documentary thing. I think, yeah. But there's actually a movie called Chef.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure on Netflix there's a thing called The Chef Show, which is it's got Jon Favreau in it. Yeah, it's got Jon Favreau. Yeah.
But the Chef movie, it's pretty good. You should check it out. It's just like there's no way that you're not having a good time watching it.
Okay.
It has Scarlett Johansson, Dustin Hoffman, Robert Downey Jr. in small roles though, but still.
And they're not playing themselves or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
I can't pronounce his name. John Leguizamo.
Leguizamo.
That guy, he's great in that. And Jon Favreau, dude, I think he's getting on my list of cool people. I really like him,
The new
especially
Disney
considering that I also watched Swingers.
Oh, finally.
Yeah, right. And Swingers was great.
I love Swingers.
That movie has heart, dude. And
it does.
It wasn't the silly comedy that I expected, actually.
No. I remember when that movie came out, when I saw a preview to it, I was like, what the fuck this? They sold it as a wacky comedy. They sold it as a romp, but it's not a romp. It's funny, but it's not, like you said, it has heart.
And also, I always like it when Ron Livingston is in movies.
And he's great in that, actually. I like him in that.
And Vince Vaughn is actually not the main character. He's on the cover, and I thought it was about him, but he's not that much in the movie, actually.
Well, he's the scene stealer, with his...
in a way. But still, Jon Favreau is unrecognizable in that movie. I feel like if you know him now, he looks totally different.
Yeah.
I like that guy a lot.
I do too. And he's proven himself as a director too. But I have to say, my favorite scene in Swingers, totally subtle. It's when they're in their apartment playing the hockey game on the old school Genesis. And the guy, Sue, the friend that's kind of a dick, he just gets up and unwraps a pack of cigarettes and he just throws it on the ground, the wrapper. And I just think I just thought that was hilarious. I laugh every time when I see that.
I didn't notice that.
It's like, you dirty fuck. He just unwraps a cigarette, just throws the wrapper on the ground. It's like, ugh. Scuzzy dudes. Man.
I mean, he's kind of a psychopath anyway. But yeah. Good movie. Really good movie.
Yeah.
All right, then there's 2 left.
Wait a minute. I got to go back. Just one thing. Because I grew up going from California to Vegas. The scene that's genius in Swingers also is when they first leave for Vegas and they're like, Vegas! And then it cuts to them just like 2 hours later. Vegas, baby, Vegas. It's the exact same feeling. He
doesn't want to spend too much money and stuff, but immediately loses it all and stuff. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Also, I thought the whole movie is gonna be set in Vegas, and I was pleasantly surprised that it wasn't actually.
Yeah, it's a good LA movie. Actually, it's a great LA movie.
All right, 2 movies left, and Willow. I watched Willow.
Ooh, my boy Matt Mardigan.
I thought it was great. Yeah, Matt Mardigan. It was great. Dude, that still holds up. That movie.
Thank you. I'm glad that you enjoyed Willow.
It's great fantasy. Honestly,
it is, right? It is,
and it's so much better than stuff like Legend.
I'll give you that.
Willow was great, and also it took me a while to notice that one of the little guys was Kevin Pollak.
Yeah, the really tiny guys.
Yeah, the effects on those are kind of, really dated. But
great for the time. Great for the time.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Also, I don't know. I liked everything about it. It's kind of corny when Matt Mardigan falls in love with the evil princess and stuff.
Sorsha, yeah.
Yeah, but that's what we want to see, right? So
yeah, it's very, very fantasy. Very.
Yeah, it's great. Also, the ending, the finale with the Hydra thing, that looked shitty, but
yeah,
it's okay.
But I even enjoy Warwick Davis too. The guy
and he was so young. He was 18, and he's playing like some 30-year-old.
Mm-hmm. And he's been in every Star Wars movie, I believe.
Every Harry Potter movie, he was in lots of stuff, yeah.
I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but there's an HBO series that he did a long time ago. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. I'll try to get it for you when I can. But it's like a movie where he plays himself. It was on HBO. But the reason I'm bringing it up is he had Val Kilmer with him in this show once, and Val Kilmer plays himself, right? But he's going around to he's going around to all these parties and dinner parties saying, I'm Batman. And people are like, dude, you're not Batman. You were Batman once. It was really, Life's Too Short. That is the name of it. If you ever get a chance to watch Life's Too Short, God, that is fantastic. That is an underrated show right there. And it's a British show, actually. But
Life's Too Short.
Life's Too Short. Yeah. But I love when they first meet Mad Mardigan too, and he's like, "You're just a stupid peck." I love that exchange, man.
But back to Life's Too Short. Stephen Merchant and Ricky Gervais. Okay, that's cool. All right. Yeah, I don't know. Willow just also the quality of the picture was really good. Like HD quality, it still looked amazing, and it's well shot. Kudos to Ron Howard.
Ronnie Howard, my boy.
Yeah.
Yep.
So now the best movie that I watched this week is it's a rewatch, but it's a movie that I like. Before this rewatch, I never really thought about it as a good movie, as an amazing movie.
Okay,
and you'll love it. So you know what? Goodfellas is pretty good.
Oh, I had this feeling. You were going to tell me that. Yeah.
Like I wanted to watch The Big Lebowski, but then I just randomly decided to watch Goodfellas. And I mean, yeah, it's great. It's the gangster movie, basically.
It is the gangster movie, and it spawned. You wouldn't have like The Sopranos without Goodfellas. I mean, you have so many copies of Goodfellas, so many people trying that style of Scorsese that they just don't pull it off.
One thing, I now appreciate The Irishman even a bit more, because The Irishman is basically anti-Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Like Goodfellas is really it's glorifying the gangster life, and The Irishman is like the complete opposite. They're all pathetic, basically.
Right.
And I love that. But yeah, Goodfellas, one thing I really liked was that Robert De Niro had a really minor part in the first half. Like he's always in the background, but he's always like menacing and cool and stuff, but he's always in the background. I like that.
And it was the first time I met Jimmy Conway.
Yeah. The one thing though that's weird is the age thing. Like he's supposed to be 21 at the beginning, and he looks like 30 already, so it's kind of shitty. Also, I think Joe Pesci is supposed to be the same age as Ray Liotta.
Right.
I mean, doesn't bother me, but
that's nitpicky.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Great movie.
There's so many great scenes that I could talk about with Goodfellas. I love the scene when he wakes up and she's got the gun against his fucking head. I love that scene, the exchange between the two.
One thing about Swingers, when they talk about Reservoir Dogs and Goodfellas and Swingers, and then they like the director Doug Liman, they have like the exact the exact same shots as in Reservoir Dogs.
Right.
When they talk about that, and then like the camera,
and then you see him walking like they're all cool.
You're right.
Yeah,
it's great.
Yeah, I knew you would like Swingers. Swingers is a good fucking movie, dude. Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, now you got to see Made when you get a chance. Now you got to see Made.
Yeah, and I also have to see Casino again.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be down to watch. I feel like Scorsese has a mob trilogy there with Goodfellas, Casino, and Irishman, because those three fit. I would almost include Departed, but Departed was different. It's not.
Yeah, really different.
It does not have that same style that.
It's not in the 70s, so.
And the music just like it dominates those Goodfellas especially. And the one shot when he first takes her on that date, that's probably my favorite part of the whole movie, because you'll never fucking top that first date with a girl, trying to impress her like that. It's the way to do it right there.
Actually, like, it's weird that I never that I had Goodfellas in such bad memory. Like, honestly, like before I rewatched it, I couldn't have told you what it's about. I mean, of course, I know that it's about Ray Liotta and then that he's like snitching on them all in the end. But like what's happening in the movie, no idea. But now I know, and it's great.
Based on a true story too, Henry Hill.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And Paul Sorvino too. I like Paul Sorvino in that.
Who is he playing? Paulie?
Paul Sorvino plays Paulie. Yeah, the top
he's
dog.
Good.
The top dog. The shot when he's ratting on him in the courtroom, and Paulie, just the look on his face when he's looking at him, because they have that, they have that foreshadowing before. He's like, I'm not going to die in there. You know what I mean? You hear me? I'm not going to die. I'm not going to die in fucking jail. And of course he does end up dying in jail. Yep.
Yeah.
And there's little Samuel Jackson in there too. Yeah.
Yeah, for like 10 minutes.
Early role.
And he gets murdered. Everybody gets murdered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's great. I actually like the scene when Joe Pesci gets it. That's pretty cruel. And I think like Joe Pesci always gets it in Scorsese's movies, right? Like in Casino, he's also murdered.
Casino, it's one of the most disturbing, scenes you'll ever see. Because I mean, for one, like Casino is much more brutal because they have the, they kill his brother first with the bat. Ugh, and then
And when they kill Joe Pesci, I mean, he does deserve it, kinda, but it's still fucking brutal.
Mm-hmm. It's the moment though that they know too. Like Scorsese's so good at like building that tension because, De Niro makes the phone call, and then he immediately knows that he got whacked. And he's just like losing his mind right there for a minute, man. It's just De
Niro is so cool in Goodfellas.
I love him.
And I can kind of see that you don't like him in Casino because he's not as cool.
Yeah, because in The Irishman, I loved him in The Irishman. He was different. I think one of his best fucking roles was The Irishman. But Casino is frustrating to me because he's just like, it just feels so weak. He feels so weak to me, and just the way he treats Sharon Stone throughout the movie. It's like the chick just wanted to leave, dude. He's like, you got to be with me.
Yeah, but it's not a bad character. You just don't like it.
No, they create the conflict very well, but in terms of just the character, no. Like I like Pesci's character far more.
Yeah, but he's the troublemaker. So
and in Casino, like Pesci in Casino is far more intense. Like he's ferocious in Casino.
Yeah,
and also the scene
for Goodfellas, though, right?
And he did. And the great scene of who's funny. What am I making you laugh? Am I clowning you? I love that scene.
But also the scene when he shoots the boy, who's like getting on his nerves.
Oh yeah, Michael Imperioli, who was in.
Why didn't you just go fuck yourself?
Yeah, Michael Imperioli actually got a great role on The Sopranos, so he was, he kind of starred on Goodfellas, but he's fucking great in The Sopranos. Yeah, that scene, man, when he's just like, yeah, why don't you go fuck yourself, Tyler? And then it's just that moment of just like
you just know
a split second, and then De Niro's like, oh, you gotta let him talk to you like that, and like Pesci's just staring him down, and ba ba ba, and then it's even funny too. Like Scorsese makes it funny, like, it's a good shot for me. All right, I'll bury him. Where's the shovels? Oh, fucking great movie.
Right.
Well, I'm happy that you appreciated that. I mean, I'm actually more happy that you appreciated Willow, because I was like, it's an old movie, man. You never know how people are gonna fucking react to Willow.
Yeah, but also Willow has heart,
It does,
and it's fucking well made. So, yeah.
All those little people everywhere. So many little people.
That's true. Yeah. Also, like, there's that sorceress who's turned into an animal, and the animal is talking.
Mm-hmm.
That looked real good. Somehow.
It did.
Anyway, let's talk about directors now. Directors of the 90s. So the first one on my list is one I can't really talk about. I don't think you like him. And I think he started off in the 80s though, but I put him in the 90s list. It's Spike Lee.
I was just thinking about Spike Lee because I remember, because you did.
I haven't seen much with him though, so I can't really judge. I haven't seen Do the Right Thing and Malcolm X and stuff. I only saw Inside Man, which was pretty good.
Which is very good, yeah.
And I saw Black Klansman, which is kind of meh. So I can't really judge him as a director that well.
And I still think his Old Boy is good. I like his Old Boy, honestly.
Yeah.
I do. I don't know why they don't. I mean, I get it because it's a remake. So immediately people are going to like, it's not as good as a remake. I don't know. Shit like that. I thought it was solid.
Unnecessary. No.
I thought it's solid because I love Josh Brolin's great and Elizabeth Olsen's really good in it. And like I said, Sharp though, I say screw the fucking haters on that one, man. I mean, sometimes you're not, sometimes you don't want to watch a Korean fucking movie. You want to watch something that's, more close to you, I guess. So
yeah, I can see that.
But I gotta say though, his masterpiece to me is Summer of Sam. Summer of Sam is his best fucking moment as a director. Speaking of John Leguizamo.
Was that in the 90s?
It was 1999. Yeah. And I gotta say, my uncle famously hates John Leguizamo. I remember he would.
Why?
He told me one time, he's like, I'm not watching that fucking movie. It's got John Leguizamo in it. Just not a fan.
I like him.
I like him too. I like him also if you ever catch him on that YouTube clip when he's talking about Steven Seagal and what a bitch he is. You gotta catch that at some point because I guess Steven Seagal like pushed him on set of Executive Decision and Leguizamo lit him up.
Dude, Summer of Sam looks interesting to me because
awesome.
It has John Lake, that guy, and Adrian Brody, and I like Adrian Brody.
And Adrian Brody's really strong in that too.
It's an early role. I don't think I've seen him before The Pianist.
You would probably enjoy 25th Hour with Edward Norton as well. I think that's a really good movie by
Spike Lee.
Spike Lee. But in terms of like the old school Spike Lee movies, I think Do the Right Thing holds up. Clockers is pretty strong.
Debut, right?
Yeah, that's where he got, School Days and She's Gotta Have It. That's kind of what got him on the map. But then Do the Right Thing, like that was in the Oscar contention. So, but Malcolm X, I think is, I don't know, man. It's right.
Very long. So
it's all right.
Not tempting.
Like Denzel is good in it. Yeah, but I don't know. It's not really a movie for me. I'll just say that.
Yeah, I would have to check it out. All right, next one on my list is the director of Swingers, Doug Liman, who I think is kind of underrated.
I'm glad you say that because I agree. Yeah, I think he's always been a little underrated.
I mean, he's made some bad movies, but who cares,
Mm-hmm.
Like, he started the whole Bourne franchise with the Bourne Identity.
Yeah.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I don't like it that much, but it's okay.
It's fun.
It's not a bad movie.
It's fun. Yeah.
Jumper is really bad, sadly.
Yeah, that's the is that the Hayden Christensen movie?
Yeah.
And Samuel Jackson, the Paladins. Oh, that was terrible. It was terrible.
Yeah, they were trying to make it like a setup for a series, I believe.
Yeah,
that's what it seemed like, and it totally sucked.
As if everyone.
The idea kind of sounds
jumpers.
cool for. Yeah, the premise sounds cool for a minute, but it's not that good. But Edge of Tomorrow is great,
I love Edge of Tomorrow.
And the movie, and then he made American Made with Tom Cruise, and that's also a great movie.
Yeah, that's kind of underrated too, but that's kind of overshadowed by two people dying too in that movie. There's two pilots that died on the set. Two pilots died on the set of American Made, and they actually say it's because of Tom Cruise and Doug Liman. There are people that made videos about it in YouTube in 2017 that said it would be the end of Tom Cruise. Obviously that didn't happen.
I never heard of that. So.
That was pretty controversial. Yeah, American Made does have a bit of a stain on it because of that.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good.
But I would recommend Go. I think you would really enjoy Go. That's the movie he directed right after Swingers. Got a kind of a cool cast on there. But that's a fun movie. Go is fun. Just absolutely fun.
Okay. Yeah.
Timothy Olyphant. Yeah.
William Fichtner. Okay, it's getting on my list. Okay. But he has not made a lot of movies actually.
No, yeah, he kind of
quite some solid ones.
Yeah, I really wish they would get the sequel to Edge of Tomorrow going. It's pre-production.
It's in production,
but it's been like that for like 5 years. So.
Yeah, Edge of Tomorrow is also already 6 years old. So. What would you say is his best movie? Swingers?
Yeah, but I would lean towards Edge of Tomorrow because I love it so much. Yeah, me
too, actually.
But I would have to say a tie because I've seen both of them the same amount of times, and Swingers is kind of special to me because that's one of those movies that just nails that California vibe for me. So I'd go Swingers.
All right. Next one on the list is Danny Boyle.
Oh, yeah.
British director.
I love me some Danny Boyle.
Yeah. Trainspotting is, for me, probably his best movie. And it's he's been making great movies ever since, actually. I haven't seen, his latest... I haven't seen Steve Jobs.
I really like Steve Jobs. I know people
I heard mixed things about it, so... Yeah,
there are mixed things about it, but I think it's solid. Solid movie, actually.
And we both like T2 Trainspotting.
Yeah, it was enjoyable. I think 127 Hours is pretty good.
Fucking
too.
Great.
Yeah.
It's really
Also,
good.
there's a lot of people that did like The Beach too with Leonardo.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it, but
Yeah.
I just heard that DiCaprio was nominated for Golden Raspberry.
For The Beach?
Yeah,
Weird.
yeah, it's super weird. I never like when I saw it, I didn't think it was bad at all.
And I am one of those people that really enjoy Slumdog. I like Slumdog Millionaire.
Slumdog was good, yeah.
Yeah, and I love 28 Days Later.
Yeah, still have to see that. It's on Netflix, and I don't know.
Oh yeah, dude.
I should see it, I guess.
Do it. Yeah, do it.
28 weeks later is also good, I heard.
Very good. Yeah, very good. It has a different there's a cool storyline in 28 Weeks Later that's fucking awesome.
And you're always saying me to tell me to watch Sunshine.
Well, I'm just really curious what you think about Sunshine.
Yeah.
Because Sunshine's very divisive, and I think Sunshine could have been a masterpiece, but they dropped the ball. Great cast. Great cast.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And the story of it is pretty awesome. But I'd just be curious, because I'm always curious, especially when it comes to sci-fi. Because I know that you do say that you don't care for sci-fi, but the sci-fi movies that you do like are very good too.
Yeah.
I would recommend, I think I brought it up, Shallow Grave, and A Life Less Ordinary is a very good time too, if you ever get a chance. It's a Ewan McGregor.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know.
All right. But also I've seen Danny Boyle's latest movie yesterday. And it's
Yeah, that wasn't really appealing.
Yeah, I mean, the idea is fun, but the movie kind of sucks in a way. They don't make much out of the idea.
I could see that. Yeah, I could see that.
And they have the worst love story ever in there. It's so meandering.
Did you ever see this Trance movie with McAvoy though? And Vincent Cassell, our boy?
No.
Huh.
Oh.
Rosario?
I never even heard of that movie. That's weird.
Yeah, no, I was on the list and I saw it was 2013. I never heard of it either. McAvoy's not afraid. He takes.
That's true. Yeah.
He's not afraid of taking a role. I like that about him.
All right. What's your favorite Boyle movie?
That's a tough one. I'd probably lean. I hate to be that guy, but I'm gonna go Shallow Grave for me, because
Okay.
Shallow Grave is very Hitchcock. Great ending. But 28 Days Later pulls at me a little bit, because it was very well done, 28 Days Later. But then, you can't go wrong with Trainspotting. So
yeah, that's my
tough.
pick.
That's tough.
Yeah. All right. Next one on the list. Controversial. Bryan Singer.
He is a bit controversial, isn't he?
Not just a bit. I mean, he's involved in some pedophile stuff, so.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Anytime you.
That guy's a real jerk.
Yeah, it's a little uncomfortable. Yeah.
But he made some movies that I really like, so yeah, it's hard. So, I mean, for me, I haven't seen Public Access, which is his first movie. Never heard of it.
Mm-hmm.
But his second movie, his masterpiece, The Usual Suspects. I mean, I just saw that the other day, so fucking great movie. But then he kind of got caught up with X-Men.
Also, the writer gets a lot of credit, though, for Usual Suspects, Christopher McQuarrie.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Christopher McQuarrie, who actually turned into a director later on, and has done pretty well with those Mission Impossible movies. Oh,
yeah, right. That's right.
So you gotta wonder. You gotta wonder there, because I think the strongest thing about Usual Suspects is the story. But Singer does have a very good lens, man. I do like Bryan Singer movies. I hate to admit it, but
yeah, his X-Men movies are good, actually.
For the time,
I mean,
I don't.
For me, mostly it's Days of Future Past.
Days of Futures Past was okay. Was all right. I think X-Men 2 is actually pretty good. Better than the first one. The first one kind of but I got to say, man, Valkyrie is solid with Tom Cruise.
Didn't like that much.
I like Valkyrie. Okay. It's probably cuz it's about Germans,
It's always weird when they make a movie and put American actors into German roles,
Yeah, but
and they all speak English and stuff. It's kind of weird.
He was so German in it, though. You know.
Yeah, but they didn't speak German, so that's kind of.
I think just in terms of storyline, it is okay. But I get what you're saying about it. Is weird, but it's also like a callback to what they used to do in the 50s and 60s. You know, they didn't.
Yeah.
You know, but Apt Pupil is actually pretty solid too. If you ever get a chance, I think Ian McKellen's in that.
Oh yeah, I think that is on Prime.
The Stephen King story. That's actually decent. What is the rating on that?
6.7.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But evil right. Ian McKellen, so as a Nazi, so that's interesting.
I fucking love Ian McKellen. I love Ian McKellen.
Yeah.
He, especially in this last 20-year span that he has done, I think he's kind of underrated, honestly. But
he's not in a lot. So.
I think it's like one of his best runs, though, with, you know, Gandalf. Even his Magneto, I thought was great. But all the little roles that he's had, like Gods and Monsters, Apt Pupil. I want to see this Good Liar movie, too, that just came out with...
oh, yeah.
What's her name? Helen Mirren. There we go. Yeah, but, you know, I got to say, though, kind of an underrated movie was Superman Returns. Superman Returns is actually pretty good.
That's the one with Kevin Spacey?
It's the one with Kevin Spacey, Brandon Routh as Superman. What's cool about that one is it's kind of almost a continuation to the old Christopher Reeve ones, you know, and Kevin Spacey's actually pretty good as Lex.
As Marlon Brando.
He's better. Like his Lex Luthor is way better than Eisenberg's.
That's not hard, though, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, he was even good, like,
okay.
Like just to like pick it up from Gene Hackman, you know. But I always liked the fact that they brought in this old, like, Singer brought in old footage of Marlon Brando to put in there, that it was cut footage from the first Richard Donner movie. I thought that was pretty slick, but the movie bombed horrifically, so it was never continued. So, but I thought in terms of a Superman movie and the scope of it, there's a really bitchin' stadium scene that I think the CGI holds up. You know, I think that was kind of a bummer, but it's a good movie.
Then let's talk about Bohemian Rhapsody.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like it?
Of course.
I like it less the more I think about it, actually. I don't know.
Why is that?
I don't know. I think that it looks kind of cheap in a way sometimes. And it wasn't that memorable, ultimately, for me. Like, I've seen it a year ago, but I never really think about it. Like, Rocketman
You raved about it when you saw it.
Yeah, I know. When I saw it, I was hyped. I mean, I listened to Queen all day, you know? But I don't know, it just didn't stick.
I think it should have won Best Picture, honestly.
You think so?
Yes. In that year, with that fucking that weak ass fucking.
Yeah, I know.
You know, I feel like Bohemian was the best, like,
not
movie.
a favorite.
And I think Rami was really good. It was really, really good.
That is true. Yeah.
I mean, the whole fucking band was great, though. I mean, that's the star of that movie, was the band.
Oh, yeah.
They all nailed.
Very strong casting.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not completely a Bryan Singer movie, because I think like half of it was shot by Dexter Fletcher. Because that was when the whole pedophile shit happened.
Mm-hmm.
And Singer just left the set. You know, never came back. So, I mean, I don't know how much credit he has in that movie.
Well, he's got top credit, directed by, so I don't see Dexter Fletcher's name here on IMDb. So I don't think he probably shot a lot more than he probably shot a lot more than half of it. I'm assuming then.
Yeah, that's. I mean, who knows, right?
He probably just edited the fucking thing, retooled it or something.
The editing was bad, actually.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think you're a little hard on I think you're overshadowed. I think your love for Rocket Man is ruining your Bohemian Rhapsody time.
Rocket Man is way more unique, you know, because like Bohemian Rhapsody kind of has the problem that it's kind of a conventional biopic. It's nothing like, it's not surprising in any way.
Right. Yeah,
all right,
still
next
pretty
one.
Solid.
Yeah, it's not bad. I don't hate it or anything. It's a bit like with Joker, you know. So next one is a director we both don't like. Isn't that funny? Roland Emmerich.
Yeah, That's
The guy who's obsessed with the world ending. And,
yeah. Let's just open his IMDb real quick, just so this is tough for me because I love Moon 44. I love Universal Soldier. I like the first half of Stargate. Then it completely falls apart. But I gotta say, man, like I love The Patriot. So that's probably like why I get so conflicted with this fuck, because he gave me The Patriot, and I think The Patriot is awesome, awesome movie.
I think it is okay, but I wouldn't mind if it didn't exist.
Now, I gotta completely disagree here. I think The Patriot is fucking amazing movie. I think I don't think it has anything to do with that. I think it has to do with like this is what there's not a lot of revolutionary movies out there. I think Mel Gibson is great. Heath Ledger was great.
That's some great action.
I thought Jason Isaacs is like the perfect fucking villain in this movie. I don't know. It's sad that he was able to make that and then make all this fucking shit.
Yeah.
Because Godzilla's awful.
As far as I'm concerned, he didn't make like a single good movie for me. I don't like any of his movies.
Anonymous is very good too. If you ever get a chance to see that. Yeah, Anonymous. William Shakespeare. Yeah,
but also like his latest movies, Independence Day 2 is one of the worst fucking movies I've ever seen. Midway totally sucked. I haven't seen White House Down. 2012 is not good.
A New Start.
You told me that 10,000 BC sucks ass. So yeah.
It's terrible. Some people like The Day After Tomorrow, but I didn't care for it.
I think I watched half of it in school, but
I would say The Day After Tomorrow is okay at best, but that's about all I'm going to give that. I somewhat enjoyed it. I would say 2012. I saw it in the theater. I somewhat enjoyed it, but overall, it's fucking awful. It's just fucking awful. His CGI is fucking terrible.
He's just not a director we really care about. No, I guess.
No.
And same with the next guy, probably Chris Columbus.
What's wrong with Chris Columbus?
I mean, he's making children's movies. I mean, he made Harry Potter 1 and 2. That's fine. I like those. And Home Alone, it was all right.
Right.
But overall, it's not my style of film. Oh, he did Pixels
What about Missed Outfire, 9 Months, Only the Lonely? That's one of the worst
movies ever.
Heartbreak Hotel, Adventures in Babysitting. These are all fucking great movies here. So.
Really?
Yeah, really. 9 months Pixels. 9 months with Hugh Grant is fucking fantastic. 9 months with where he's having a baby. It's great, man. Hugh Grant, Julianne Moore, Jeff Goldblum. I wouldn't write him off as a children's guy at all. And Bicentennial Man is hugely underrated, man. I think you need to watch more of his movies if you're going to comment on the guy. Honestly, man. I mean, come on here.
And let's talk about the next guy. James Mangold.
He's been having a good run lately.
Mangold is one of the best, right now, I believe. And he's making the new Indiana Jones movie, and I'm hyped. Because if Spielberg doesn't want to do it, then I think Mangold is solid choice. And especially after Le Mans 66.
My girlfriend's favorite movie, Girl Interrupted. She loves that. I'm not a big fan, but Walk the Line, Copland, 310 to fucking Yuma, which I think 310 to Yuma is a little underrated. I think Night and Day. Yeah, I think Night and Day is very good with Tom Cruise.
Did you say Walk the Line?
Yeah, Walk the Line with Joaquin Phoenix. Have you ever seen Walk the Line?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not into Johnny Cash, so it's like...
Oh, well, Walk the Line, you could have easily given an Oscar to Joaquin Phoenix for that.
Yeah.
I thought that movie was fucking great. I think, because he is Johnny Cash in that movie. But a lot of people love Logan so much they forget the Wolverine, and I thought the Wolverine was very good. I think
okay.
I kind of enjoy the Wolverine more than Logan a little bit, honestly. I think Logan's a little overrated. Yeah,
I can see that, but I still like Logan.
It's a comic book thing, though. You know, it's just the idea of what they could have had, just and what they did. But Ford versus Ferrari, man, amazing. So he's a director that's takes a lot of different genres too, which is good. He's different. He has different movies.
Yeah, I like his grounded style.
Mm-hmm.
So I think like for Indiana Jones 5, perfect choice. Why not?
Could be, yeah. Could be.
What's your favorite Mangold movie?
I would probably go. Oh, it's Copland, 100%.
Yeah. For 100%. Me, it's Ford v Ferrari.
It's close, very close. Yeah.
All right, next
310
one.
310 to Yuma too. I would and that one is I love 310 to Yuma.
Yeah, me too.
But Identity is terrible. I can't stand Identity. If you ever get a chance to watch that, a lot of people like Identity. I fucking hate the ending.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
It's terrible. The ending is such a fucking cop out. It's a cop out. The ending.
So the next director is it's my favorite director. Yeah, it's Quentin Tarantino.
Tarantino.
Yeah.
What has he done?
I don't know. 1 or 2 movies.
9 apparently in a 30-year fucking span.
That's basically technically it's 10. You know?
Technically.
Yeah.
Technically.
Wait. Bounty Law is in production. Never mind. Yeah, I think we talked about him enough on this podcast.
Yeah.
Like, there's not much we can say about him no more. So.
I give the edge to Django for the best movie for him.
Yeah. I mean, Django's my second favorite, so. Yeah, there's not much to say about him because, like, we already raved about him.
Yeah, I agree.
He made like 6 of my favorite movies. So, I mean, all of his movies, not all of them, but most of his movies are in my top 20. So, yeah. Anyway, next one on the list is another one of my favorites that I discovered last year, Paul Thomas Anderson.
Yeah, he's
the new Kubrick, as some people call him. I don't know.
What do they call him?
The new Kubrick. I mean, he's kind of. I can see that. I mean,
I kind of like that actually.
He's very artistical, you know.
Yeah, it's kind of it's kind of a good little fit there.
And I think his movies are never easy to access. Honestly, it's always heavy.
Strange sometimes.
And sometimes that's good. I mean, but sometimes I'm not a huge fan of The Master, and I don't think you're either. So
no, The Master. Conflicting because you have 3 amazing performances in that movie, but it's not something I'd ever watch again.
No,
I wish he would have went. I still say he should have went full on Scientology with it, you know, and that would have been
maybe, yeah,
because it was so close to it. Like it was fucking so close. I mean, it was like we clearly know you're talking about L. Ron Hubbard here, dude. Like we just like just go all in and piss them all off. It would have been great, but. Paul Thomas Anderson probably would have got sniped in the head if that would have happened. I mean, so
some people think that's why Philip Seymour Hoffman died.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Conspiracy.
Fucking Tom Cruise put the hit on him, you know? I mean,
you haven't seen Phantom Thread and Inherent Vice, am I right?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Also difficult. The Phantom Thread is really is also kind of weird, but not bad. And the Inherent Vice is actually kind of refreshing, but I think it's his only comedy. Even though you could say that Punch Drunk Love and Boogie Nights are comedies. But like Inherent Vice is really, really funny.
I would say dark comedies, but that would more put them in drama. Yeah.
I mean, Inherent Vice is also dark comedy, but way more funny than Punch Drunk Love.
I already know your favorite. Is it Boogie Nights or Magnolia?
It's Boogie Nights.
Boogie Nights. Right.
But yeah, Magnolia is second, and There Will Be Blood is third. Blood
is first for me, and then I'd go Boogie Nights, then Magnolia.
Yeah, I planned on rewatching There Will Be Blood and Phantom Thread, actually, because those are the ones that I saw before I knew him as a director. Right. And what I love about him, honestly, is I think Anderson is like the best director for getting performances out of people. Yes. The acting in his movies is always just outstanding. Of course, he works with like the best actors in the business. So.
Yeah, he chooses his actors well. You know, he does. But even, you got to go, okay, so you got a good thing going here with because we've mentioned it before, how he gets people to act amazing acting performances. But you even have to give like credit to, like, if he was able to make Mark Wahlberg look pretty good in Boogie Nights, I think that's a testament to what you're saying too, is that, like, because Mark Wahlberg I don't put as a great actor, but I thought he was very good in Boogie Nights. He's been good in other movies.
He can be good if he wants to, but
right?
Like the movies he's choosing, it's just not my thing.
I would be curious, like, if he had a really bad actor, how it would turn out, But you're right, he does pick very, very good actors.
I mean, obviously, if you have Daniel Day-Lewis, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Julianne Moore, and Joaquin Phoenix in your movies, of course, there's gonna be some great performances. But like, dude,
yeah,
even
and
like
you can make the argument.
Yeah.
I mean, you make the argument that Daniel Day-Lewis is top all time. You can even make the argument that Julianne Moore is top all time in her, in the female category there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But he is the first one that made like a serious movie with Adam Sandler.
Right.
And he was good in that too. So
everyone points to Uncut Gems. Like I said, I was like, Punch Drunk Love, people. You got to at least see Punch Drunk Love first, because that was the first time I saw Sandler in a different light.
The reason why not many people know it is it's kind of inaccessible. Punch Drunk Love is not an easy movie to watch.
No.
It's very depressing.
Very.
And Anderson is a great director. Also, like, same with Tarantino. I think they both have almost flawless filmographies. There's not a single terrible movie in there. Even though I'm not a fan of The Master, but it doesn't matter. Like, I would never say that The Master is bad.
I wouldn't call it terrible. No, it's hard to call it terrible. Like, there's no way you could call it
so
terrible.
Good. Yeah.
There's no way you could do that. But it yeah. I mean, we could pick it apart easily, but acting wise,
and camera wise, like his movies are always well shot.
Mm-hmm.
He's a very good director. And also, what I like, he's one of those director writers. He writes his own stories, and it's always good.
Like all him. All him.
Yeah, all him. Same with Tarantino, and I think same with the next one, Wes Anderson. Yeah,
good old Wes.
He is also one of. I would say now he's in my top 10. Now that I've seen Tenenbaums and Life Aquatic.
He's up there. I would go like top 30 for me. I'd put him in there. I don't know about top 10.
He also didn't make a single bad movie. Even though I haven't seen Bottle Rocket, but I don't expect it to be bad.
It's not. It's pretty good. It's funny, actually. It's funny.
Yeah, but it's probably the least Anderson-ish movie, right?
You could still tell it's him, but yeah, you're right. You're right. Even with Rushmore, you could still tell it was him, but you're right. Like, I feel like Tenenbaums was the movie that you really start to see that Anderson style, because it pours over into, Aquatic, Darjeeling.
Yeah, Life Aquatic is full on Anderson.
You saw Darjeeling, right? Darjeeling Limited?
Darjeeling is also really good. But I think once he made Fantastic Mr. Fox, like once he made the stop motion thing where it's like, where this whole symmetry thing is really precise. After that, his movies are so Anderson. I mean, Moonrise Kingdom and Grand Budapest look like, you can immediately tell that it's him.
Just like the French Dispatch trailer.
Oh yeah, right. And
that's an easy one for me. Tenenbaums right there.
The Life Aquatic, or Fantastic Mr. Fox. I don't know.
Yeah,
he's fantastic. Also very unique. That's always something to give credit for. Next one, also kind of unique in a way. Robert Rodriguez. He has a style for sure.
Frustrating.
Yeah, that is true.
Frustrating because he can be so good, and yeah. But he's got his own style. He's doing his own thing, so you got to respect what he's doing. Let's not forget that he made a movie called 100 Years that won't be released until 2115.
Oh yeah, right.
Which I thought that was kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of weird, but whatever.
It must be really frustrating to make a movie, and you're not like you yourself. You can't witness the release. I mean,
can you give me 1 second so I can just take a leak? I'm so sorry. I'm like,
yeah, of course.
I'm squirming a little bit. I'll be right back.
All right.
I'm squirming. God. Whew.
All right, I have to try to edit that out.
Couldn't even fucking move, man. I was just dying. I was dying.
All right.
This. All right.
You feel better now.
Oh, you have no idea.
All right. Yeah, the thing with Robert Rodriguez is I haven't seen like his breakout movies. I need to see Desperado and El Mariachi.
Mm-hmm. Also, The Faculty as well. I told you about The Faculty. I love The Faculty. I've
seen Four Rooms, which is not exclusively his movie. I've seen From Dusk Till Dawn and Sin City, of course, Planet Terror. Recently, I kind of want to see Machete, but I don't expect it to be very good.
It's just, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Is it kind of the same vibe as Planet Terror?
Yeah, definitely.
It has De Niro in it, so why not?
It's like fun for what it is.
Yeah, but probably
I'm not a big fan of the main guy. I'm not a
Danny Trejo.
I'm not a big fan of Danny Trejo. That's a one-line fucking guy right there. You know, it's a one-trick pony. That's all he's ever gonna be. Is that fucking rough and tumbling fucking prisoner dude.
He seems like an unpleasant guy. So
when he shows up in Desperado, it's great. But then they just brought too much to the table with him. I think. I don't know. But then this whole 10 years of these kids' movies, just
it's weird,
dude.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Shit.
Spy Kids 3D.
Yeah.
But he he uses that actress a lot, the Carla Gugino, and I feel like she's one of the best looking gals in Hollywood. I love that chick.
That's the one from Watchmen, right? And
Sin City.
Haunting of Hill House.
Yeah. I love Haunting of Hill House.
Haven't seen it.
Oh, it's so good, dude.
Actually, I might watch Watchmen soon. I don't know. Maybe. Like the show. I'm kind of curious.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. But you like Alita Battle Angel, right?
I do. I was pleasantly surprised with Alita Battle Angel.
Yeah, maybe just because I hated it on it so much, and it seems like I'm the only one.
No, there was a lot of people that seemed to like dislike it, and I know that has a lot to do with like CGI and shit, and I don't know.
And the story is really unstructured. Like, I don't know. The feeling I have with Alita is once they get to the ending, the story actually gets going for the first time. And then it ends. It's kind of frustrating.
It does suffer from setting up a sequel.
Yeah.
It does suffer from that, and I never really care for that unless they know that they're going to be able to pull it off.
Yeah, so, make a good movie, and then think about a sequel.
And I do have issues with Sin City, A Dame to Kill For.
Of course, But as we always say, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, the only good thing.
He does help it. Help it. But my biggest disappointment with Robert Rodriguez was Once Upon a Time in Mexico. I was very hyped to see this because of Desperado and El Mariachi. And I just didn't like it. I thought they were way too much Johnny Depp for the character I didn't even care for, and he wasn't even that good. I don't know. That movie irritated the fuck out of me because Desperado, I think, is amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
El Mariachi is good for what it is, but you're talking about a movie that was made for $7,000. So,
which is impressive, though.
Very impressive. Yeah, I'll give it that. But Desperado is like the movie that it was supposed to be, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And the gunplay in Desperado is fucking killer. It's killer. But my favorite, as much as I want to go from Dusk Till Dawn, I gotta go Sin City. Sin City.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. All right. Next one is my second or third favorite director. I don't know. Guy Ritchie, who just again recently proved himself to be like his movies just fit my taste so well, except for stuff like Aladdin, of course. But
have you seen Swept Away with Madonna yet?
No.
I'm waiting on that one.
No, that will never happen, probably.
Yeah.
Dude, it has 3.6 on IMDb, so no.
And his next movie, Cash Truck, seems to be a continuation of the Guy Ritchie we love. So that's exciting. That's exciting.
And maybe finally Scott Eastwood is in a good movie.
Yeah, because that would be nice if that happened, because I'm kind of rooting for Scott Eastwood in a way.
Yeah, because he looks like his dad, you know. But also, I think, isn't he doing like Aladdin 2 as well?
I don't see it on the production.
Yeah, me neither, but...
I just heard it was being made. I don't think he's going to do it, though.
Hopefully not.
I would rather have a third Sherlock Holmes, if anything.
Or a sequel to The Gentleman.
I guess, apparently, King Arthur, he was planning a 6-film thing with that. And
but it bombed.
It didn't work out.
Yeah, which is sad. I like King Arthur, even though it's really over the top and silly in a way. But like, it's... Yeah.
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 So what is the best? All right, I already know.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's not a question. You know?
You're going Snatch. I'm going Lock, Stock. Yeah.
But also, I do like Rock and Roller, actually, and I think Rock and Roller is kind of underrated. Like, not many people even heard of it. I think like what most people know by him are the Sherlock Holmes movies, and those are good.
Mm-hmm.
But I would have to see them again, actually, to really. Yeah.
I think they still hold up.
Probably. And The Man from U.N.C.L.E. is good as well. And also he set those up as a sequel. You know, like I think Man from U.N.C.L.E. was set up as a series as well, but didn't turn out to happen. Well, next one is legendary director David Fincher.
My boy Finch.
Yeah. Also, I think David Fincher didn't make a single bad movie, it seems. No. I mean, I haven't seen... I mean, Alien 3 I don't like, but... And you like it, so...
I do love Alien 3. Alien 3, I think, is pretty good. God, it's hard to go through his shit with all these fucking video shorts in here.
That's true, yeah.
God damn it. All this shit, all these music videos and shit in here.
So his first movie after Alien was Seven. And Seven is probably his best movie for me. The darkest movie ever.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
I mean, I need to see Fight Club again.
It's literally a fight between Fight Club and Gone Girl for me, because I thought Gone Girl was so good.
It is good, yeah. But, I don't think it's on the same level as Seven.
And I like Zodiac. I like Benjamin Button. I like Dragon Tattoo. I even like Social Network.
What about Panic Room, though?
Panic Room, I think, is the least. That's the worst
it seems
of his
like
movies, I think. Yeah, it's a good movie, but not. And it's definitely David Fincher. He has a distinct style to his.
It's always dark.
Yes, it's always dark, but he makes the dark look good. You know, like the dark is still strangely good. And his use of CGI is completely underrated because he doesn't use it obligatory. He uses it for sets and backgrounds and shit like that.
You don't even notice it.
You don't even notice it. Yeah.
Actually, I do have Benjamin Button and The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. So I could watch those, but I don't know. They're long and dark.
All his movies are pretty long. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And I think like Zodiac really suffers from that. Zodiac is...
I know you keep saying that, but I kind of disagree.
The first half is really good, and then the second half is kind of weak.
I think Zodiac is one of the best serial killer movies ever made. Like that, because it breaks down the whole trying to catch and they never do. And it's a fascinating story in itself, the Zodiac Killer.
That is true. Yeah, yeah.
And that
But maybe
moment of
just a little too long.
maybe a little too long. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
He also did some shows recently. I mean, he started House of Cards
Yes,
and
he did.
Mindhunter.
And you can see that too, especially if you go back and you watch the first episode of House of Cards. Is completely David fucking Fincher style.
Yeah.
It's very sad though that they never continued their Dragon Tattoo trilogy because I really liked.
They kinda did.
Yeah, but not even. You know, I wanted Rooney Mara and Daniel Craig. You know, if they would have been able to keep that up, I think you would have had a really good fucking. But yeah, I got to almost lean towards Gone Girl because I love Gone Girl so much. I love that movie.
I know. Best love story ever.
A true fucking love story.
Give me a break.
I'm not even lying. I'm not even lying.
Yeah,
I know people think I'm crazy there, but you know.
Yeah, I do.
You need a woman that is crazy about you to feel true love, in my opinion.
I see.
Because otherwise you're always going to wonder, you know?
Right. My pick is 7. And I do like the game. We haven't mentioned that yet. The game
is good. The only thing about the game is just it's all just too perfect. It's just one of those movies.
Yeah, that's true.
Perfect. Very also, dark movie too. Very conflicting movie. You know, it's like they drive the guy to commit suicide for his birthday present. It's just like fucking crazy, that movie.
Spoilers.
If you haven't seen 1997's The Game.
Yeah. I feel like the game is kind of overshadowed by Fight Club and 7 sometimes. Like, not many people have seen it and stuff, and nobody really talks about it.
Yeah, but the game is kind of a tease, though. Like, there's some good shit that they do in that, but I wanted more play in that, you know, more freaky shit.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like they built up the tension very well, but I think it could have been more intense, you know. Like, it kind of leaves me longing, that movie. And I just recently watched that, like 6 months ago, so it's kind of still recently. Fresh. I mean, it's still fresh, so.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Next one on the list is your boy. Michael Mann.
Oh, yeah. The man.
You kept disappointing me in a way. I don't know.
Yeah, he's not for everybody. It's not for everybody.
Actually, he's sort of in the 80s. He doesn't, shouldn't be on this list, but whatever. No. Like, his big movies were in the 90s, so that's what's important.
Manhunter is very good. It's another one of those
that's Red Dragon, right?
Yeah, the Red Dragon. The Last of the Mohegans, I think, is a masterpiece. I think Heat is a masterpiece. I think The Insider is arguably Russell Crowe's finest performance.
Dry movie though.
Dry, but I think it's fucking great. That movie. I recently just started that up too. I watched like 30 minutes of it, and then I started playing Rust, so I didn't finish it. But
I see.
And Ali, I feel like, is underrated.
Will Smith's best performance?
Yeah, I'd stand behind that 100%. And I think Collateral's very strong. And I love Miami Vice.
For whatever reason. I don't understand what you love about it.
I just like when he does crime. I think he does crime fucking perfect.
So why didn't Public Enemies work?
Johnny fucking Depp. That's why it didn't work. It's easy to say that.
Yeah, Public Enemies is such a bad movie.
It's terrible. It's terrible. Like, we can be divisive on his other movies. Like, I already know how you feel about
dude, I love Heat.
We agree on those, but we can be divisive on Insider and Miami Vice, but we completely agree that Public Enemies is fucking shit. It's just shit.
Yeah. I was so bored watching it. It was fairly recent that I watched, a month ago or two. And I don't remember a thing. It's so forgettable.
So disappointing, man. So disappointing because
the cast is absolutely fantastic, but doesn't
Christian Bale, and it's a John Dillinger movie. Like, how the fuck do you fuck that up? And
and then you have Mario Cotillard and Stephen Graham, Jason Clarke, Carey Mulligan, Giovanni Ribisi. You know, it's a great cast, but
so forgettable.
Yeah, that's true.
So fucking forgettable.
Oh, by the way, speaking of Giovanni Ribisi, do you know who Jeremy Strong is? like the guy from The Gentleman and Serenity. Don't you think he looks a lot like Giovanni Ribisi?
Let's see this kid. Hang on. You think this guy looks like Giovanni Ribisi?
I think he does.
No, like not at all. I don't.
Maybe I just haven't seen.
What are you talking
Ribisi
about?
in years. I don't know.
Giovanni's got like this squished head. This guy's got the long face.
Okay, well, it's just a thought, you know.
Which, by the way, you've heard me talk about Succession a lot.
Yeah.
Jeremy Strong in Succession, amazing.
I thought he was good in The Gentleman too.
I loved him in The Gentleman too. He's such a little bitch in that movie, but he plays it so fucking well, man. I feel like he's gonna be in more shit, honestly.
Oh yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
I like him.
Completely forgot he was in Serenity. God, that's like the most forgettable movie of all time.
That is true.
Oh God, Jesus. Anyway.
Next one on the list, Peter Jackson.
Oh.
And Peter Jackson, like, I mean, I mostly love him because of the Lord of the Rings, of course.
But
I haven't seen much of his other.
Okay, so does it hurt his career with your hatred of the Hobbits, though?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. No, I mean it's not such an atrocity as the prequels, you know.
Yeah.
But still, The Hobbit is pretty bad.
I could still watch The Hobbits easily. I still enjoy The Hobbits.
They're better than the prequels for sure.
Have you seen King Kong?
Yes, I have. It's been years, so it's been like more than 5 years. So I don't know.
That CGI did not hold up. Did not hold up.
Yeah. But I mean, Peter Jackson's kind of famous for like in the 90s he did all those splatter movies, and I haven't seen one of them. So, actually, Bad Taste and Meet the Feebles are from the 80s.
Yeah, the first movie I ever saw from him, Heavenly Creatures, and I think that is a somewhat masterpiece right there. It's the first time I ever saw Kate Winslet as well. Gotta recommend Heavenly Creatures if you ever get a chance to watch that. Dude.
All right.
It's such a freaky story, and it's a true story too. And The Frighteners. I think The Frighteners is fucking cult classic right there. The Frighteners. I never saw The Lovely Bones though, because I heard that.
Oh, that's the Saoirse Ronan.
Mark
what's his name? Stanley Tucci movie.
Yeah, Wahlberg's in it.
Yeah.
Tucci. My girl Rachel Weisz is in it. Hey. Hey, girl. Yeah.
And lately, he since The Hobbit, he didn't do anything besides They Shall Not Grow Old. But it's a documentary, so it doesn't really
Right.
It's a good documentary, really good. But
so we have a bunch of Tintin shit. Oh no, it's producer. Hang on. So he's got nothing.
Oh, he's directing the Tintin movie.
Untitled Adventures of Tintin sequel. Great. Can't wait for that.
I love Tintin. Come on.
Can't wait for that.
And he's making a documentary on the Beatles, it seems.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's I don't know.
After you win an Oscar, you just it's like whatever.
I mean, come on, he gave us Lord of the Rings, so I'm not mad.
No, I'm not mad either, and I still consider him a good director. I just wish he would fucking
do more.
More original shit too. I'd like to see more because King Kong adaptation, Lord of the Rings adaptation, Hobbit adaptation, Heavenly Creatures based on a true story. I'm just saying that I would like to see something original. Something different. Just something different from Peter Jackson would be nice.
Have you seen those splatter movies?
No, I'm not really a big fan of splatter shit.
Me neither.
To begin with,
I don't know. I heard that Brain Dead is kind of freaky. So.
Bad Taste is famous for that cover of that weird fucking creature.
Yeah, looks cool though in a way.
Yeah.
Anyway, next director on the list is more of an actor, really, but he's also a fantastic director, Mel Gibson.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I like that.
Lots of people give him shit for for obvious reasons, but I don't give a damn. I do. It
was a long time ago, and I think Mel Gibson is one of those guys that's an example of you can come back if you fucking try hard enough,
Yeah, and he proved himself to be after Apocalypto, he came back with Hacksaw, and it was fucking glorious.
Oh my God, The Passion of the Christ Resurrection.
Yeah.
Ooh, I can't
even
wait.
better than that, The Wild Bunch with Michael Fassbender, Jamie Foxx, and Peter Dinklage. Dude, come on.
Yeah. That'll be great.
No, David Ayer is writing the script
That's fine, as long as it's not directed. But this
alongside Mel Gibson, though.
But Jim Caviezel's coming back as Jesus. Oh, I can't wait for that.
I never saw The Passion of the Christ.
Oh man, The Passion is great. It's fucking one of the hardest movies to get through. I'll give it that. It's violent, but it is so fucking good. But the first movie I ever saw that he directed, The Man Without a Face, man. If you ever get a chance to watch The Man Without a Face, you might like that as well. I love it when he directs a movie.
Yeah, and he didn't do a lot, but they're all good, actually.
They're all good, right? They're all good.
And Apocalypto is...
I was just going to say, I would really like to watch Apocalypto again. I saw that in the theater. It was so fucking good.
Yeah. But also, I liked his comeback and Dragged Across Concrete as an actor.
Yeah.
The movie, I wasn't completely convinced by the movie, but he was really good in that.
Did you see Get the Gringo?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
That was 8 years ago.
It's a good time, though. It's a good time. I'm just saying that at least he's continued to work in the background, even though they weren't theater movies. You know.
True that.
He'll be coming back on the screen though for Lethal Weapon 5.
Next one is a frustrating director for me.
Okay.
Luc Besson, whatever.
Yeah, you do struggle with Luke.
I mean, besides Leon the Professional, he didn't do anything for me.
Did you see Valerian?
I have, yeah. I saw Valerian. Valerian is, I mean, I'm not a fan of like big CGI bullshit movies. That's one of them.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh,
and
shit.
then he's doing all those...
Amin, I'm so sorry. I got to step away real quick. I'm so sorry.
All right.
All right. Sorry about that.
It's all right.
Had to run outside real quick.
So, um,
Luc Besson.
oh shit. Yeah, Luc Besson. I think lately he's just trying to with movies like Anna and Lucy. Maybe he's just trying to be as good again as he was when like in the 90s with Nikita and stuff, which I haven't seen yet, but I don't know, it's just lately he's been doing a lot of shit. I mean, I just saw Lucy like a week ago. That movie sucks ass. And I heard The Family is bad as well, so
The Family at least is fun. The
yeah.
Family is different than your typical Luc Besson movie, but The Family at least is actually, fun. And I still say The Messenger is still pretty solid for what it is.
What about Joan of Arc?
That's the one. That's The Messenger, the story of Joan of Arc.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm not a huge fan of The Fifth Element, even though lots of people disagree.
So good. So good.
Too wacky.
7.7 on IMDb too. Yeah, baby, Fifth Element.
That doesn't mean I have to like it.
It's pretty high though. It's pretty high. I like it.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, especially lately, he's not a director I care for at all.
When I first heard of Valerian, like, it's funny when I hear a movie that is announced by him, there's a part of me that gets excited, but he hasn't delivered in a long time.
Yeah, Valerian really tried to be like The Fifth Element. Am I right? Like, it feels like that.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't achieve it.
I think he picked two actors that aren't appealing to anyone either.
Oh yeah, Dane DeHaan and Cara Delevingne.
Dane DeHaan and one of the Kiss of Death and Cara Delevingne and whatever the fuck her name is. Her face just looks so pissed off all the time that I can't take her seriously. So stick to modeling, Cara. Stick to modeling.
But he's always taking models for his movies.
He is. He is.
Yeah. Anyway, next one is your boy, actually. And I like him too. Edward Zwick.
Yeah, Zwick is a guy that no one ever talks about.
True.
Know?
But
no one ever talks about Ed. But then again, I feel like he's not really promoting himself ever either. He's a strange director to me. A lot of TV.
Especially that, like, he did that sequel to Jack Reacher. It's so weird.
It's so weird, man. It's so weird because About Last Night, by the way, is a very good, solid comedy from the 80s. But when he gets to Glory, then Legends of the Fall, then Courage Under Fire, which Courage Under Fire is another underrated flick. And The Siege is good as well. And Last Samurai, Blood Diamond. The only one I haven't seen was Defiance. Yeah,
Defiance is not bad.
Defiance
is solid.
Liev Schreiber too.
Yeah, the problem is it's an PG-13 rated war movie, which I never like. I want to see blood and ripped off body parts.
Right.
In a war movie. So
but I tell you, this other movie though, an actor that we both don't like, Tobey Maguire. If you get a chance to see Pawn Sacrifice, you should watch Pawn Sacrifice if you get a chance, because Tobey Maguire is actually really, really, really good in it.
Okay, that makes me curious, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically...
I need to see it to believe it,
Do you play chess at all? Do you appreciate chess at all?
I do. Like, when I was a child, I used to play some chess and stuff, but like, I was never crazy about it, but I do like it, yeah.
Well, there was this guy way back in the day named Bobby Fischer, and he was this amazing chess master, and then one day he just disappeared. So the movie is about Bobby before he leaves. And I thought it was very well done, man. Underrated movie. And Toby and Liev Schreiber together are solid in that movie. But I don't like Tobey
Michael
Maguire.
Stuhlbarg is in it, so I'm in.
Your boy.
Yeah, my boy.
The Stool.
Okay.
Peter Sarsgaard, my guy, I mean.
Really?
I like Peter Sarsgaard.
I haven't seen him in much. But anyway, what's your favorite Zwick movie?
Glory. Easy.
Yeah, for me probably too. But close second is Legends of the Fall. It's just too good.
I like Legends, but Legends is frustrating to me because it's all about this whore that ruins the lives of three men. You know what I mean? Like that. It's kind of the movie, you know. When you walk away from it, I like Blood Diamond a lot. I like Blood Diamond a lot. And Last Samurai is fucking awesome in every way.
It is. Yeah.
He has a way of directing that can be so epic. So I'd love to see him give us another epic.
Yeah, like an historical epic, preferably.
Yeah, he can do history. Like
that's what he does.
Motherfucker. Yeah.
All right. Second last name on the list. The first woman, Catherine Bigelow.
Oh yeah, the only woman.
Yeah, so far. I haven't seen much by her, but what I've seen was good. You know. And
what have you seen?
I've seen Detroit. Detroit was good, and I've seen The Hurt Locker. And that's it. You know.
No,
I still need to see Point Break, and no, I haven't seen Zero Dark 30.
Zero Dark 30 is pretty
Strange
solid.
Days is interesting.
Oh, I love Strange Days. That made my list.
Yeah.
But Near Dark. If you get a chance to see Near Dark, Bill Paxton, Lance Henriksen vampire movie. Different kind of vampire movie though. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, well rated as well. So.
Yeah, she's not really doing anything right now.
No. Wasn't she married to James Cameron?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, her last movie was Detroit. That's
he wrote Strange Days too, I believe. So
he should work again as well. Come on.
Yeah, he wrote screenplay, Strange Days. So they collaborated on that, and that's a fucking like very underrated, almost cyberpunk movie.
Mm-hmm.
And also, K-19 The Widowmaker, man. That's a fun movie right there. I mean, you got Harrison Ford as a Russian. I mean, how could you go wrong, baby?
Oh, that's a submarine movie?
Yeah.
Not unlike submarine movies.
I love submarine movies. They're the best.
And it's a weird subgenre, in a way.
It is, yeah. I still say that you'll like... I think you'll enjoy Crimson Tide. I'll push that one on you. A lot.
Is that with the Hackman?
That's the Hackman, baby. Yeah.
Okay, I mean, and Denzel.
Yeah,
all right. Denzel. Viggo, James Gandolfini. Yeah. I do like actors. Mm-hmm. All right, and last name on the list is one. Again, haven't seen much by him, and what I've seen wasn't good. But I'm really curious about his early movies. John Woo.
Okay.
I need to see Bullet in the Head. I need to see The Killer. I need to see Hard Boiled. But what I've seen
after tomorrow or Better Tomorrow, I think. Yeah, Better Tomorrow.
I've only seen like Mission Impossible 2. You know,
that's pretty bad. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I haven't even seen Face Off and stuff.
Oh man, yeah. I think you'll really have a good time with Face Off too when you watch that.
Yeah, but I'm more curious for Hard Boiled and shit.
The real stuff, yeah.
Yeah, it seems so ridiculous, but so awesome. So
you also got to watch Hard Target with Jean-Claude Van Damme, the first American movie.
Oh.
Broken Arrow with Christian Slater and John Travolta. Ooh.
Wind Talkers. Paycheck.
I thought Wind Talkers was terrible. I thought Paycheck was terrible. And then he went back to China. It looks like.
Yeah. Actually, like that movie Red Cliff is really interesting to me. Mm-hmm. Because I'm currently playing Total War 3 Kingdoms. And that's like, Red Cliff is like the story of that. So that would be interesting for me.
Because I'm Red Cliff too. You know, you got two of them. Yeah.
Huh.
2 Red Cliffs, bro.
Daniel Radcliffe.
He has this
movie called The Killer.
Way back in the day, like he always has this weird dove thing too. So always look out for the doves.
Right.
There's always these doves in the slow motion.
And big explosions.
Big into these weird slow motion things. Like it's like slow motion when it doesn't even call for it, and you're like, "What the fuck?" And then it like it's really weird how he does it.
Even in one scene in Mission Impossible 2, when they're underground and suddenly there are doves, it's super wacky.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. It's
My recommendation would be Better Tomorrow, The Killer, and Hard Boiled. Hard Boiled is my favorite.
Yeah,
It's
I
the
do like Chow
ultimate.
Yun-fat.
It is the ultimate, and those are all Chow Yun-fat too.
Yeah, right.
He had a hard on for him, but Hard Boiled
cool.
is the ultimate twin gun fucking movie. Like I feel like that movie is the reason dudes hold two guns in video games and shit like that. You know. I remember renting that movie and just like, whoa, because it just starts off like they're just like playing some Chinese, they're gambling, and then it just breaks out into fucking action like a motherfucker. Like the first 20 minutes are insane.
What, right?
Yeah, that's a very good movie. Hard Boiled. What is that rated?
7.8.
Ooh,
It's really good.
that's pretty good. Yeah.
And Bullet in the Head 7.6. And The Killer 7.8 again. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So really, really promising.
Yeah. Yeah, but I do gotta recommend Hard Target with Jean-Claude Van Damme and Lance Henriksen.
You're seriously recommending a movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme?
I'm just saying, just for the fun of it, because Van Damme has a mullet, and it demands to be seen, demands to be seen.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen like a real Van Damme movie. I tried to see that one with the ice hockey game.
Sudden Death.
One? Yeah, right. I tried to see that one, but I don't know. I just quit after 10 minutes.
Okay, so I'm a big Van Damme connoisseur. Time Cop is the only one that now Time Cop and Nowhere to Run are kind of okay, but
I heard
the one that
Universal Soldier is good.
That's awesome. I love Universal Soldiers, but that's more because of Dolph Lundgren.
No.
If you want to see Van Damme at his best, then you got to see a movie called Double Impact, where he plays twins, and one of them's a badass and one of them's like a bitch. And it's like
like Legend with Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
Double what?
Double Impact. The rating is 5.6, but don't pay attention to that.
Yeah.
This movie is fun and it's a gem. It's a gem.
I mean, if it's trashy, that's fun.
It's very trashy, dude.
Oh, that's
good. It's but good. Yeah, especially because like one of the characters is such a bitch, and the other one is just way too cool. Just way too cool. Yeah, right. Highly recommend. Lionheart, Death Warrant, solid.
Yeah, and I think that's it. Have I forgotten anybody from the 90s?
Probably.
Yeah, for sure. Actually,
probably. Yeah,
certainly.
Like Barry Sonnenfeld, Levinson. I think you forgot in the 80s, but you're not really familiar with Levinson. I mean, there's always going to be a couple that we forget.
Yeah, true.
There's a lot of obscure ones for me from the 90s, like Stephen Hopkins, Jeff Murphy. They just made like, what's the other one that I really like? Ron Underwood is another one that I really like from the 90s. Tremors, Tremors. Shout out to Tremors.
Good movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, then I think we'll continue next week with the 2000s and maybe the 2010s. So tune in for that.
The 2000s. These are directors that made their mark in the 2000s, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Some good names. Yeah. And I guess talk to you next week.
Can you give me a tease?
Oh.
Like, what director?
Next week we'll have some great names, such as Guillermo del Toro or Alejandro González Iñárritu, Christopher Nolan.
There are some good fucking directors.
Alfonso Cuarón, Matthew Vaughn,
Villeneuve.
Steven Soderbergh, Bong Joon-ho.
That's one actually. Soderbergh, technically 90s, I believe.
Oh, really? Wasn't his first?
Yeah, because I think Sex, Lies, and Videotape was where he really made his mark. Even though I don't recommend that movie.
For me, he made the mark with Ocean's 11, so that's like 2002. So
Sex, Lies, and Videotapes was 89. That's crazy. Yeah.
Oh, real? Oh, shit. Yeah, he should have been in the 80s list or 90s. Okay.
Yeah, he's been around longer than he feels like he's been around,
He's not that old, so it's like...
Strange, huh? It's got a nice eclectic choice of movies too, and I don't know. I feel like I'm on a Soderbergh train right now because I just was kind of blown away how good Contagion was.
Maybe I should, in preparation for next week, I should watch Traffic.
Yeah, Traffic's pretty good.
Yeah.
But I have to say, my favorite Soderbergh movie is The Informant. I fucking love that movie, man. Love it. Have you seen that movie with Matt Damon,
No.
The Informant? Oh, so good.
Well.
Anyway.
Yeah, next week.
Have a good weekend, man.
You too.
Later. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it. Episode 22. Stairway to Cinema. We'll catch you guys next week.